Here we go to kickstart it all off. DFH Stadium. Dylan wins the kickoff to kickstart it for early momentum. Rob's missed the connection there, though. We've seen incredible power behind UVE, and Skeptic looks for an early strike as he does there, going down the corner. Calm and composed. No need to be too fancy, just following the ball to guide it in. As a demo happened in the background there. 12 seconds in, UVE have the first goal on the board in this semi-final. 1-0, and Skeptic keeps the momentum going with that kickoff win. Dylan there to contend, but Skeptic with a great 50 win. Cleared by Robs, bounces over Red, but UVE seem to have a good defense set up there to clean that ball up. Rob's coming in with pace and power. Shot on goal, saved by Red. Dylan's there to strike, saved again by Red. 2 saves in a row. Dylan's demoed Red. This could be an opportunity here for KFC boys to strike, but Red has respawned back in. And that hits the backboard there. TKB want it right where they want it. Dylan's there, waiting at the back for his opportunity to strike. But UVE are holding their defensive ground very well in the early stages of this game and the match. As Robs takes this forward, just past the minute mark, Red clears this off the backboard, and TKB could have struck there. But Dylan took himself out of play, and Red was making sure the goals looked after. Skeptic goes forward, saved by Rob. How will the KFC boys overcome the fierce UVE players? They've only conceded 1 goal. Rob saves that shot on goal from Red. So there's no bleeding just yet, and we're 90 seconds in, so they're doing well to compose themselves and not let any more easy goals go through. The defense we have seen in KFC boys has stepped up tremendously over the course of the pilot season. That goes off the backboard. The attempt to smack in there, gone missing from Red. Dylan sees the shot on goal, but that's saved from Skeptic. I think KFC boys might have to strike a little bit closer and be a little bit more creative with UVE. So they tried a team play there, but just didn't work out as Dylan goes to strike, but Red's there to look after the goal. So we can see with UVE, with those long shot strikes, they're definitely able to look after it, and they don't feel too threatened from those. If anything, they probably might want those longer shots on goal coming in from KFC boys so they can remain calm and composed. But this is where they want it, and Dylan's in for the KFC boys. That's what they needed to do. Get in their face with the close quarters and strike off of a mistake, making it hard there for Red. Could have been many decisions Dylan chose there, and ultimately the one he did pick worked out to see the scores all tied up in this first game in the upper bracket semi-final. Red's then to meet the ball and send it into TKB territory. Dylan looking after the goals, but Skeptic has other plans, taking up the air, but goalkeeper Robs to interfere. The captain of UVE centering it, but it's catched and cleaned up by Dylan, and they send it forward now. A long shot hits the side, and Dylan's in for back-to-back goals against UVE. 2 points plays 1. Dylan off the backboard of the sidewall, just to center it for himself and strike almost in the center for back-to-back goals. The KFC boys take the lead for the first time in this match, in this game on DFH Stadium, as Red looks to take this ball forward and respond. Skeptics there, they may be cooking something up here, but that is interfered by Dylan. We've seen that the KFC boys taking more opportunities, but that's just gone missing, and we'll go back to center field. Red's there for a great opportunity, could capitalize, but that's saved by Dylan. A creative shot shut down by Dylan on Red there. Now Robs with a shot on goal, saved from UVE. Dylan there to try and attempt, but Red will strike here for UVE, and they respond off of that mistake from the KFC boys. Sees the scores 2-2 with 90 seconds left on the clock. The captain, stay Red, UVE taking it in to pull it back to a draw. KFC boys have kept themselves in this game, and in the match, the early stages, game 1, You know how fierce UVE are and what they're capable of doing. As Robs gets demoed there by Skeptic, Red looks to take it forward in the air. A dribble, that's 3 touches. Could he be in? That's saved by Robs, the goalkeeper Robs. Looking after their goal there for the KFC boys as Dylan and Robs bump each other. Getting a bit caught up, but it's cleared by Dylan and met with Skeptic. Just missed that connection there was Robs. Red continues to apply his pressure, and that shot on goal goes in for Red. UVE take the lead back with back-to-back goals. Great contest from Red. Sees UVE get the goal. That's the best result you could get in a contest. And no doubt a favourable result for UVE. Here with just under a minute, 3 points plays 2. UltraViolet eSports lead the KFC boys by 1 point. How will KFC boys respond? The Skeptics up in the air, off the roof. We know when he pulls these plays out, he's starting to get comfortable in the arena. So the KFC boys need to shut that down, and they do. Rob scores a goal, his first goal in the semi-finals for the KFC boys off his captain's setup. Made it awkward there for Red to try and shadow defend and stop that. Equalising the score, 3-3, 37 seconds left on the clock. Nothing separating these two teams as of current. Red looking after the goal, but just missing that connection there. Maybe it could have been on purpose, but he clears that off the backboard. Robs is there to look after the goal as he has done all pilot season, and very well for the KFC boys. A great pass back to his captain, but UVE read that and kick that trouble away. As Skeptic meets that in the air, trying to clear it, but it's stopped by TKB. 10 seconds left. Red goes for a shot on goal, and that's in! UVE with 6 seconds left. Red gets his hat-trick off the wall, taps it once and gets it in. Top right corner, that's what UVE wanted. The right touch off the side post. They have the lead by 1 point. Can KFC boys get a goal with a little time remaining? A Skeptic fake that kickoff. Red looks to clear it. Dylan's there to strike. No way! Dylan's in for the KFC boys! They tie it up with 0 seconds left. Nothing separates these two teams. The captain for TKB refuses to drop game 1 without a fight. We go into overtime to kickstart the semi-final. Every game so far in finals KFC boys have played in has been in overtime, as Skeptic sends his ball forward and looks to score a goal off of that, and he does. UVE claim game 1, 5 points to 4, 13 seconds into overtime, with a calm and composed Skeptic to get them over the line for game 1 on DFH Stadium. KFC boys, so fierce, Archie, against this UltraViolet eSports squad. They almost had them there in game 1.
UltraViolet eSports keeping their stands, but can it last? Could the KFC boys come back and take game 2? We will soon find out.
In the semi-finals, and they have done that. But UVE were victorious in game 1, 5-4 in overtime. Maybe not the result KFC boys wanted for game 1, but it's a great start. A Skeptic. Oh, Skeptic's in! I thought that was going to bounce out after touching the crossbar, but a great bounce for UVE with the wow, Skeptic scoring the first goal again in the early stages of game 2 for UltraViolet eSports with style. 1-0. UVE lead game 2. Oh, looked to strike for a second, but just beat over to the side, putting Robs under all sorts of pressure. No doubt, UltraViolet eSports will be picking up the pace as we've seen the games go on. It seems the longer they play, the more comfortable they become. At least here in the pilot season we've seen, and the more tricks they pull out, as we're already seeing unique plays and shots on goal coming in from Red and Skeptic, and we're not even a minute into game 2. Maybe more comfortable understanding how the KFC boys will play, but how will... Oh, TKB respond off of that setup from Robs. That's what they needed. Getting in UVE's face, I think, is how they will get goals on the board. Up in close quarters, making them uncomfortable and applying that physical presence to create that pressure in their defense. Sees them strike 1-1, but Red's up in the air to meet that and taps it. Just missing that second connection there. Skeptic looks to strike, bounces off the crossbar that time. Not working out in his favor with the bounce. As Dylan meets that up in the air, sending it deep into UVE territory. It's met by Red. As Red looks to clear this with Skeptic on the left-hand side of him. It's passed. Robs has touched it, and this could bounce in. KFC boys with back-to-back goals. What a contest from Rob. Sees an opportunity on the open net, open up, and he strikes at 97 k's an hour for the KFC boys. They take the lead, 2 points to 1, 3 minutes 40 left on the clock. Rob's keeping the momentum going with that kickoff win. The skipper's there to strike on goal, and that's a great positioning, but a great save from Red in all sorts of pressure. And as they look to clear this, KFC boys meet them in the center of the field with Robs. Rob's still following up on his plays to keep it in UVE territory, but Skeptic gets that clearance that they needed. Bit of hang time, could be dangerous, but pops it over Red. He keeps that ball in the corner, and now Skeptic's there to interfere and take possession of the ball. Up the wall he goes, off the roof. He touches it once, he flicks. It's all Red's in off the pass. UVE with the team play. Skeptic is becoming comfortable in this game. We know when those convert, UltraViolet eSports are playing the game that they want to play, but KFC boys are doing a great job at shutting down the plays and not letting them have the exposure and flow for long periods of time, and they keep meeting them with the balls. We see it all tied up, and we're approaching the halfway mark. Red's there to meet it off the backboard, double tap a tip, missing there. And they now look to keep the ball in the corner, but a clearance from KFC boys could see a breakthrough, but Skeptic shuts that down and tries to keep this pressure on the KFC boys. He could be in here. What a save from Dylan. To remain calm and composed. We know UVE can strike on those. Well, that shot, that setup just veering over to the side there for the KFC boys. Rob's there to contend, but Red wins the 50. Dylan to back it up with a power shot, but UVE clean it up well. Now send it deep into TKB territory. It's good to see KFC boys aren't phased by dropping the first game. They're not dropping the intensity nor the pressure. They're matching UVE's. Red scores a goal with that entry. Very tricky. Keeping the pressure on. And Pop just getting up above the captain of the KFC boys to score that goal and take the lead back for UVE. 3 points to 2. 1 minute 50 left on the clock. Skeptic just missing that connection. As we see the ball in UVE corner, it's now cleared as Rob's trying to contend and pull off a goal like we saw before. But Skeptic trying some new tricks here in the semi-final match. Try and make it uncomfortable in the air for the KFC boys. Obviously keeping them on their seats, guessing how are they going to strike with this attempt on goals. They look, KFC boys keep looking to try and crack this wall that UVE have around half field to keep it in TKB half, but that's the clearance they needed. Dylan just touched that ball, but not going the way they wanted. KFC boys still have the entry in the half. They're down a point with a minute left. UVE lead 3-2. And you one goal to tie it all back up, and Red sees an opportunity to open up as KFC boys. They took themselves out of the play, but recovered well to clear that ball in the UVE territory. Skeptic almost making a mistake there, but saved that shot from Dylan. And now they look to take it forward themselves there. UVE demo on Robs. But the ball veers over to the side. 30 seconds left, 3 points to UVE still lead this. No goals have been scored, but KFC boys They have been getting momentum in their favour. Getting the ball down in the UVE half to try and create opportunities. The Skeptic looks to try and tap it off the backboard for a double tap. KFC boys have an opportunity to strike here. The Skeptic cleans that one up with 5 seconds left. If they keep this ball alive and get the ball back down to UVE territory, UVE claim game 2 over the KFC boys. 3 points to 2 on Beckwith Park. They were close. Game 3 will be held on Manfield, selected by UltraViolet eSports. Will they claim the game 3-0? The last time KFC boys and UVE faced, UVE won in round 1, 3 points to 1. Although the KFC boys were not facing the roster of Red and Skeptic. So this is the first time they've faced them, and they're doing quite well to keep it nice and close as Robs gets first blood in the first 18 seconds, scoring the first goal for the KFC boys. That is the momentum that they needed in the early stages of Game 3 on Manfield, selected by UVE. They get the momentum going with the first goal. Skeptic there to meet the ball at kickoff, but Dylan keeps the ball going forward. Met there with Red. Rob's continuing to follow up and contend to create opportunities for KFC boys to strike. And we've seen Dylan do the same. They've worked off of that with each other to try and strike on UVE's goal with these offensive plays. The Skeptic getting tricky in the air, making it uncomfortable for the KFC boys. A great save there from Red. Will it be enough? It is. It hits the backboard from Dylan. Robs with not a powerful touch. As Skeptic now looks to clear this ball for UVE. But Robs keeps contending and keeps this ball right where the KFC boys want it. With the lead, they can get another goal on the board. It'll create great momentum as Red meets that with a great touch and could get a goal here. Pass to his teammate, but cleaned up by Dylan. And now KFC boys look to go straight back onto the offense. Off the backboard. Cleared by Red. 90 seconds in the game. UVE with a shot on goal there from Skeptic, but it hit the crossbar. And Dylan now with the aerial dribble to try and clear this. Met with Red at half field. KFC boys with the score that they want right now, and keeping that momentum with the score as well. UVE trying to crack the KFC boy defense here in Game 3 as Dylan looks to set up Robs, with a great read from Red, seizing clear that ball for UltraViolet eSports. Taking it to center field, but Robs contending or just positioning himself well again. Dylan was cooking something up there. But Red shut that down for 3 goal saves here in Game 3. The KFC boys leading this game 1-0, approaching the halfway mark of Game 3. Skeptic trying to remain calm and composed to keep this ball where UVE won it. Dylan's up to meet it, hits the backboard. Robs could strike, but Skeptic meets that ball with enough space between them, and Robs is looking after that goal really well for KFC boys. Hang time there, but the captain cleans it up for TKB. UVE are now looking to take this battle up into the air. They know it can be a bit uncomfortable for some players and some teams, and harder. We also know the strength behind UVE in the air. Skeptic saves that goal coming in from Dylan. KFC boys have done a great job to match UVE here in the semi-final. Oh, Robs with the demo on Skeptic in the air. So his captain's shot on goal can go in. No way! Dead set center. Skeptic would have saved that, but Robs eliminating him from the play. They get 2 goals now. They're 2-0. A minute 45 left on the clock. KFC boys lead by 2 points. As UVE now look to go forward and stop this bleeding and look to respond on the scoreboard. 90 seconds left. Red meets this one up in the air to clear it out of defense, and a great clearance from Red there for UVE. sees the ball deep in TKB territory, and they want to keep this ball here to strike with just over a minute left. UVE would definitely be wanting to get on the board, as this is a low-scoring game on Manfield. Skeptic takes this forward, off the backboard, sets it up for his captain, and he strikes, but he misses the connection there. TKB could go forward and take the opportunity, as there's a bit of hang time, but that's cleaned up there with Skeptic. A minute left, 2-0. Skeptic takes this ball forward. UVE have been struggling to crack this defense of TKB, as Rob saves that shot on red. Off the backboard again from TKB. Rob setting it up great for his captain, but a great save from UVE. Sees them not concede another goal. 30 seconds left. The KFC boys are leading 2-0. Can they claim game 3? They're not becoming conservative. They are continuing to apply the pressure onto UVE. And they're continuing to open opportunities where they can. 10 seconds left. I think they may have done it, unless UVE can get back-to-back goals in 5 seconds. Oh, Red has scored the first goal for UVE with 3 seconds left. Gets around both of his opponents, takes the challenge right on, and gets the goal. 2 points won. 3 seconds. I don't know if it'll be enough time for UVE to pull it back to a draw. But you never know. 1 second. They'll look to keep it alive as a redirect from Skeptic, but it touches the ground, and KFC boys have claimed game 3. 2 points plays 1 in the semi-final scoreboard going into half-time. Archibald 2-2-2. The KFC boys are not out of it. They keep themselves in the battle. Game 4 is going to be interesting. UVE could seal it out 3-1, or the KFC boys, they can take it to a tiebreaker here on Aquadome. 2 points plays 1 on the semi-final scoreboard. Skeptics blowing up Robs off the kickoff. With the demos nice and early, UVE applying physical pressure and presence onto their opponents. The Skeptics saves that goal. KFC boys will look to keep the momentum going in game 4 here on the map that they have selected. Skeptic strikes for UVE off of Red's pass to take the first goal of game 4. 1-0. UVE respond. Exactly what UVE needed in the early stages of game 4 to potentially sit out. Another shot on goal, but saved by Robs, and Red will back it up to strike with back-to-back goals for UVE. 2 points play 0. UltraViolet eSports lead, and we're only 28 seconds into the game, so there is plenty of time left for the KFC boys to respond, to come back and do what they have done all match so far, and it worked out for them in game 3. So hopefully the halftime break did help them there, allow them to remain calm and composed going forward. Potentially take this match out against UVE as Dylan centers that ball, but it's met with Red. And Red now takes up the water, clear this out of UVE territory, and flicks that. Ew, great save from Dylan. And Robs has an opportunity to strike, but that'll veer to the side if he can get a touch, but that opportunity gone missing twice. Dylan veers it over to the other side. KFC boys must be a little bit nervous. They just need to shake it off. They've got a game win under their belt. Oh, Skeptic making sure that one went in and not stopping it like we have seen a few times in the pilot season. Ensuring that touch makes it go in. UVE, 3 goals in a row. 3 points play 0. 3 minutes 46. KFC boys just need to compose themselves and pull out the plays that they were pulling out for the past 3 games. I know they've won the last game. Seems like they're a bit shook by the UVE players. Reset after half time. So if they can just compose themselves, create some opportunities, connect with the ball moving forward with their clearances, and get back up in UVE's face when it's up in their goal, we could see the UVE squad concede a couple of goals, but they're doing a great job to keep it in TKB half at the moment. We're seeing this UVE wall very clearly set up here in this semi-final match as Robs gets his third save there on that shot on goal from UVE, and now TKB have it where they want it. They just need to get it a bit closer and apply that pressure on the UVE. In close quarters, right on their goals. UVE have a setup back on goal, saved by Robs. Robs with multiple saves in the early stage of this game. We're halfway through the game and another goal almost went through, but cleared by the KFC boys and sent right back in by Red. UVE have set up their wall very strong halfway here in Aquadome. Game 4. Oh, that's a great touch. That's what the KFC boys needed. They stopped the bleeding. Dylan, the captain, scores a goal for the KFC boys. 3 points to 1, responding right when they needed to, just going into the second half of Game 4. They put themselves on the board. It's a 2-point margin UVE lead, and that's a great centering ball, but that just touch veers it over to the side there as Red cleans it up now for UVE. Interfered though by Dylan. They seem comfortable with that goal. Contending, we haven't seen much contentions from TKB on UVE moving forward in Game 4 compared to Games 1 to 3. Oh, that's a great goal from UVE. It was interfered by TKB with that setup from Red, but Skeptic just read the play well to touch it in and score a goal for UVE. They respond 4 points to 1, back to a 3-point margin. 1 minute 45 left on the clock. Can the KFC boys pull this back as Dylan demo Skeptic on the wall there? Red contends with Robs. Demo from Dylan on Red there. 2 demos on both UVE players, and he strikes for a goal. 90 seconds left. The KFC boys, they get another goal on the board. 4 points to 2. Back to a 2-point margin. This is what they needed. The captain keeping the KFC boys in with those 2 goals there, and Robs making sure they don't concede on that goal line. Doing well as a team, KFC boys, against this strong UVE outfit in the semi-final. Can they keep themselves in this match with 1:15 left? They have the ball right where they want it. Just got to set up and strike and keep applying this pressure on the UVE in the close quarters, because we've seen strong goals come in for TKB in this game when they do that. 60 seconds left, 4 points plays 2. TKB look to strike, he passes it to his captain and veers over to the side as Red demos Dylan. They keep the ball in UVE territory. Red passes the overside of the field though, and Skeptic's there to create an entry for UVE, but Robs looks after that center field. Red will strike for UVE. 5 points to 2, just over 30 seconds left, a 3-point margin. KFC boys, can they do it? Can they pull this semi-final match to a tiebreaker? Or will UVE seal the deal? 3 points to 1. 35 seconds left. There is enough time. And they strike when they need to. The KFC boys are in. 5 points to 3. Just over 30 seconds left. Back to a 2-point margin. If they can go back-to-back goals in the next 30 seconds, we see this at a draw and go into a potential overtime. As Red wins that kickoff, 30 seconds left now. Red meets that ball and looks to create something here, and he does. He cooks it up for UVE to get his hat-trick. 6 points to 3. 25 seconds left. UVE responding immediately after that goal from the KFC boys. Can the KFC boys get enough momentum over UVE with 25 seconds left? and score 3 goals as Rob sends that ball forward. It's met by Red. He sends that ball to center field, and now deep into TKB territory. Not letting that goal go through is the KFC boys. There's 10 seconds left. 6 points to 3. I think UVE have done this here in game 4 in the semi-final. In the upper bracket, Skeptic trying to go for another goal, but that is time. UltraViolet eSports claim game 4 over the KFC boys. 6 points to 3 and claim the match win in the semi-final. 3 points to 1 and advance in the upper bracket. Archer Bobby 222, what a semi-final match from both teams and all players. This is ATL Rocket League Finals, and these players keep raising the bar, and UVE progress to that preliminary final against Blackhawk Gaming on the 19th of November. And whoever wins that preliminary final is our first grand finalist. We will know which one of those 2 teams will be the home team in the ultimate decider. Where do the KFC boys go? KFC boys are not out of it. They have one last fighting chance. They have one last life in this finals. They play the 3rd elimination final on Sunday the 12th of November. They will verse whoever is victorious in the match of TO3 versus the Grizzly Bears. They'll either be facing the over 30s or the Grizzly Bears in that elimination final. Prepare yourselves for an extended journey into the heart of esports greatness until we meet on the 12th of November in the ATL Rocket League Pilot Season Finals. This is Isling3 signing out with anticipation for the next wave of excellence in this season finals. Game on, stay humble, and embrace the unfolding chapters of this extraordinary esports narrative.